So I wanted to try something a little bit different today. I had a comment this week on Twitter that really, I don't know, I don't want to say it got under my skin, but it really got me thinking. I kind of stewed on this for a while and decided, you know what, I do need to address this in a video. Here it is. It's a 3-part tweet, and this is from Twitter user Vader the Cat at Invasion3016. Vader the Cat asked me this: what is the value of your YouTube channel? I get that you want to bring attention to the stories, but I don't understand adding your opinion to the stories that have already been written. Because of sensationalized media, words like I think, I feel, I believe, or in my opinion have become trigger words for me to turn off the coverage and go to something else. That being said, I can appreciate your coverage of the news of the day. However, I find myself turning off when these words are spoken, as they do not add to the story, but in fact paint your coverage as emotional manipulation. You almost ended on a high note. I appreciate that. Emotional manipulation, I think that is way, way, way out of bounds to say that I am not emotionally manipulating anyone. Having said that, I know exactly what you're talking about here. And I'm actually really impressed that you caught on to this, because it shows people are paying attention, and I love that. So thank you for that. And again, I don't actually think this is like hate mail by any stretch of the imagination. These are actually valid questions, and I'm going to address them right here. Why do I use those words? Why do I sometimes say I think, I feel, I believe? That's the question, right? Well, here's the answer. I don't want to get sued. It's literally as simple as that. And yes, I have been using some of those words more and more frequently in certain videos, specifically the ones regarding Matt Gaetz. You see, if I were to refer to Matt Gaetz as a criminal, if I were to say unequivocally that he did these things he's been accused of, that's defamation. Immediately on its face, indefensible defamation, and I can and likely would be sued for that, and I would lose. But if I express it as my belief that he did these things, right? You know, I report on what's happening out there, and then I give my opinion, which is literally what everybody else in the progressive media does as well, with the exception of maybe, I know at least Jordan Chariton over at Status Quo, he actually does go out there and reports on these things and does the digging. So does Ken Klippenstein. There's a couple other great folks who actually do the digging and uncover documents and talk to people. They're making the news. The rest of us, we just report on what else is out there, and we add opinion, of course, and analysis. But we also all understand how likely it is that we can get sued for one wrong word. Or, in this particular instance, leaving out a specific word. Again, if I charge that Matt Gaetz did those things, and I said that as a fact, much like Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani with their election fraud claims, I could get sued by Matt Gaetz. So that is why I do not do that. I always make it clear that that is my feeling on it. That is not emotional manipulation. That is not me being dodgy. That is not me being horrible or, whatever it is. That's me telling you what I think, because I don't know what exactly is going to happen. But again, I think that is the value of my YouTube channel. I've been in this business for 17 years now. I have a degree in political science, okay? Politics is what I know, it's what I've studied, it's what I do. I spent over a decade doing nothing but research for Ring of Fire before I ever started giving my opinion on camera. In fact, it was well over a decade. It was almost 12 years, I think. But either way, I did the time, okay? I put in all those years doing nothing but research, reading multiple different books every single week, reading studies, looking into things, learning how to research certain things. And I think that is the value of my YouTube channel. Not to say that there's not great folks out there doing this as well who haven't been around as long as me. There's some who've been doing it, half the time I have, that are 10 times better than me. But I know what I'm talking about. I believe in my analyses that I give out, and I like my opinion, and sometimes people just want to hear what I think because it's fun or entertaining as well. So that's the value. So thank you, Vader Cat. I hope that explains why I am the way I am and why I say things the way I do. And of course, hey, if anybody else wants to throw a question at me, just hit me up on Twitter at Farron Balanced. May not always respond in a video, but for the most part, I see these and I do like to respond to them. So thank you very much, and I hope that answers your question.